Very good morning, students. Our session of corporate finance. Now, as far as our last session was concerned, in that we discussed about the introduction of inventory management, how inventory management is effective in the organization to manage our working capital. Then after we have seen the meaning of inventory control. Now in today's session we are going to discuss the different types of inventory. Basically there are 6 different types of inventory. One by one we are going to discuss each and every one. The first one, that is raw material. Yes, as we already know that raw material means those goods which have not yet been committed to production, or we can say that when the production process is not going to be committed on such material, so that material is known as raw material. When a rough product is available for the manufacturing process, that product is known as raw material. Now, as far as inventory is concerned, in inventory, the main type of inventory is raw material, because without raw material, a business or a manufacturing unit is not able to produce any finished goods. So, when the organization is going to managing their inventories, first and foremostly, they are going to think about the basic requirement of raw material in a proper quality, in a proper quantity, and with the stipulated period of time. If the raw material is there in your organization, but the raw material is not available for the use, or in a such manner that your raw material will expire within a shortest period of time, so at that time the organization will face a heavy loss in the investment of raw material. So basically, first and foremostly, company is going to check the basic requirement of raw material and how they are going to utilize the raw material. Then after second one is work in process. Working process means when your raw material enters in the manufacturing process, but it is not yet completed. The manufacturing process is yet not completed. So that is known as work in process. Yes, at the time of inventory management, the organization also put the maximum emphasis on WIP products, because these products required a shortest process for finishing the whole goods. So, at the time of managing inventory, the company need to think about WIP. Now, third one, that is finished good, that is the final good, or in another way we can say that when the production process is completed and the good or the product which is available for the final consumptions, that product is known as finished goods. Then after, fourth one, that is supplies. Supplies means those material they are not entering in a production process, but without supplies your production process will not work. Or in another sense we can say that with the help of supplies, an organization is able to run their production process in a simple way. There are few examples of supplies like oil, fuel, electricity, any liquid, water. So, the supplies are with the lower value, but without the supplies, the organization is not able to start their production process. Then after, fifth one, that is component parts. Component part is nothing but when two or more part of a single product they are going to join for the preparation of the final product, that is known as component parts. If you are taking the example of iPhone Apple company manufacture નથી કરતી, but they are going to assemble the different component part in a single product. એપલનો જે સ્ટોર છે, in that store they are not manufacturing a single part of their final product. They are going to assemble each and every parts in a proper manner and they are giving a final product in the market. Suppose they are going to import the body of the mobile phone, then after they are going to import the screen, the circuit, the battery, whichever is going to be used for making a mobile phone, that each and everything is going to be imported and they are just going to make it available for the final sales. So these different parts are known as component parts, and when two or more parts are going to be joined and they are able to or the organization is able to make the final product. And the last one, that is scrap. In a simple term, we can say that scrap is nothing but it is a kind of wastage. A wastage which arises during the manufacturing process of a product, and the company is going to generate a nominal cash by selling the scrap material or the defective pieces or the defective parts of the final product is also known as a scrap material. So, this is all about the types of inventory. Now, the next point, that is motives for holding inventory. With what reason the company is going to hold the inventory, that we are going to discuss one by one. The first motive, that is transaction motive. Transaction motive is nothing but when the organization is going to make the production and when they are going to sell their product in the market. So, to maintain their operation efficiency, the company is going to hold the inventory. So, in transaction motive, to maintain a proper transaction with our suppliers and with our dealers, we are managing inventory in our organization. We are going to purchase different types of raw material from our suppliers, and we are going to sell our final product to our dealers. So, for this process, the company needs to maintain a proper level of inventory. So, first reason for holding or managing your inventory, that is for the purpose of transaction. If the company is having a sufficient amount of inventory with it, then definitely the transaction motive will be satisfied in a proper manner. Basically, in transaction motive, it definitely refers to the need of maintaining inventory to facilitate the smooth production and sales operations. If we have sufficient inventory with us, then definitely we are able to produce our finished good in a proper manner. And if we are producing our product in a proper manner, then we are able to sell our product in the market as per the demand of our final product. So, this is for the smooth functioning of inventory from one party to another. The second one, that is precautionary motive. Yes, as we already know that precaution is always better than cure. So for the safeguard purpose, the company is going to hold inventory. Many a times it happens that there is unaccepted and unpredictable changes in the demand and supply force of the particular product in the market. So to cope up with this change and for the precaution purpose, a company is going to maintain inventory, and through this they are able to grab the opportunity in the market. In a simple term, we can say that precautionary motive for holding inventory is to provide a safety in a case the actual level of activity is quite different. If the demand of your product is 1000 units monthly, your consumption is 1000 unit, but the organization is going to hold inventory at 1500 units. So these additional 500 unit is for the precaution purpose. It is for the safety purpose. If some unacceptable changes are there in the market, so with these excess inventory, then after the third motive is speculative motive. Now in speculative motive, when the company desired to get the abnormal benefits in the market, at that time they are going to hold the more inventory. Many a time it happens that when the demand really shoot up in the market for the particular product and the market is not able to satisfy these unexpected demand, so at that time those organizations who hold the inventory for the speculation purpose, at that time they are going to sell their product in the market and take these advantages from the customers or from this opportunity which is available in the market. So in speculative motive, the main purpose of organization, that is to earn unexpected profit from the sudden change in the demand of the product. Now yes, there is a difference between precautionary motives and speculative motives. In precautionary motives, the company is going to hold the inventory for the safety purpose. But in speculative motives, the company holds the inventory, that is to grab the opportunity and to take the advantages of sudden price rise. In speculative motive, the mindset of the organization is totally risky, means they are the risk taker, they are going to hold the excess inventory, and the main reason for holding the excess inventory, that is to gain more. while in precautionary motive, they are going to hold inventory for the purpose of safety only. So, when the organization is going to make the advance purchase of the raw material in the inflationary time, means when the inflation is there in the market, when the prices of raw material is quite high, at that time when the company is going to make the advance purchase, or when they are going to purchase in excess of the raw material, so this is show the speculative behavior of the particular organization, because they want to earn maximum to maximum in the market. So I think it is clear in your mind that motives for holding inventories. Again, I am going to repeat in a short term: transaction motive, that is to run the organization in a regular basis. In precautionary motive, the company holds the inventory for the safety purpose. And in speculative motive, the company holds the inventory to grab the opportunity, or to learn, or to earn maximum in the market. So these all are about the motives for holding inventory. I think now it is clear to everyone. So here I am ending our session. Thank you, students. Thank you so much.